Why do the nations conspire and the peoples plot in vain? In the very first verse, verse 1. Psalm opens with humanity's resistance against divine rule. The nations representing human systems, ideologies, powers that reject God's authority. Their cry in verse 3, let us break their chains, reveals the world's view of God's moral law. Why do you keep trying to oppress us by telling us we can't dress up like squirrels and do weird things to each other? That's an extreme one, but it's, it's not not without its merit. Humanity unites in its pride. Look at Babel, Genesis 11:4. Let us make a name for ourselves, they said. Or people exchanging the truth of God for lies, worshiping creation instead of the Creator. We see that in Romans 1:21-25. The early church applies Psalm 2 to Herod and Pontius Pilate opposing Jesus in Acts chapter 4, verse 25-27. We see the early church here. Peter and John are before the Sanhedrin. The believers are praying about Peter and John and what they're going through. And if you look at chapter 4, verse 25, you spoke by the Holy Spirit through the mouth of your servant, our father David. Why do the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? The kings of the earth rise up and their rulers band together against the Lord and against his anointed one. Indeed, Herod and Pontius Pilate met together with the Gentiles and the people of Israel in this city to conspire against your holy servant, Jesus, whom you anointed. This prophecy that we see in Psalm 2, this speaking of what's going to happen to his anointed, we then saw when Herod, Pontius Pilate, the Gentiles, and some of the Jewish religious leaders got together and decided to put Jesus to death. They used this Acts 2 passage when praying for Paul and Peter, or for Peter and, it's not Paul, Peter, is it?